Thank you, Riggs. Thank you, Blasco. Thank you, Gingerfish. Thank you, Rob Zombie, because you brought me back to being a Rob Zombie fan. I got goosebumps talking about Zombie again. I haven't had it in so long, bro. Rob Zombie is back, and I am so proud. So proud.
We are now finished with the psychedelic rock that Zombie has given us for the past 20 years, and we
Yep.
are back to the aggressive sounding bass and aggressive sounding riffs
Yep.
and the more industrialized Zombie that we all loved from the beginning, and we are
Yep.
back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Riffs Reloaded. My name is Willie, one of your hosts. Your other host over here on the other side, his name is Nick. He's also my brother. How you doing today, bro?
What's going on, dude? I am fucking excited for this one.
Yeah, man, we got it. This is a brand new album by Rob Zombie, and we are here to talk about it. Very curious to see what your thoughts are, Nick, because I have a lot of thoughts that goes into this album as well. Of course, if you guys do not know, we are talking about Rob Zombie's The Great Satan. This came out just this past Friday, February 27th of this year, 2026. Nick, man, this was a 15 track album. I was not expecting 15 tracks. Of course, some are short and some are standard length. But yeah, man, I'm excited, bro.
Dude, I am excited too, and I can't wait to get your take on this. Yeah, dude, this is gonna be a fun one. This is gonna be a really fun one, I think.
Yeah, man. I mean, so I listened to this album 3 times already. How many times have you heard it?
Four.
Okay.
Four
Okay.
times.
Um, I don't know if I want to give I don't know if I want to give like my overall, but I will say that it took me all 3 listens to come to a conclusion of
Mm,
this album.
okay. I don't know
If
if that's a good or bad thing, but that's interesting.
yeah.
Interesting.
So,
Okay.
but yeah, I'm glad I was able to listen to it at least 3 times. 'Cause, if I listened to it any less or probably any more, it might have changed my opinion. But yeah, I mean, anything you want to add before getting to track by track?
So I want to give my complete, obviously, like overall summary at the end of this, as we normally do. But I gotta say, dude, that Hellbilly Deluxe, Rob Zombie's first solo album, was my fucking audio Bible when that album came out back in 1998. I was addicted to it. I had a tape cassette or a cassette tape for all you youngsters out there, and I wore that motherfucker out more times than I can remember. He probably made a boatload of cash on that record just from me alone. But yeah, I'm a fucking was a diehard zombie fan. Did this album bring me back into being a zombie fan? We'll find out.
Yeah, man. Just you saying that, we have to mention that the guitarist Riggs and the bassist Blasco return for after a long, long, long damn time. They returned finally to Rob Zombie, and it definitely made a difference.
Yes, it did, dude. This was a fucking refresh, a shuffling of the deck for Zombie, and I think it worked out pretty well. And welcome back, Riggs. Welcome back, Blasco. All we're missing is Tempesta, man. But I'll take Ginger Fish on this album, dude.
Yeah, man. But we're gonna jump into it, man. We got 15 tracks to discuss. So some are full length, some are not. But just right off the bat, dude. Track number one dropped this new album. We have FTW, Fuck the World, 84, coming in at 3 minutes and 55 seconds. I believe this is the longest track on the record. What's your thoughts on the opening track, Nick?
Love this fucking track, dude. It comes out with the fucking banger right off the bat, dude. You've got Riggs welcoming us back to how Zombie should fucking sound. Sorry, John Five, but you were just not the greatest fit for Rob Zombie, in my opinion. This song was fucking heavy. It feels old school, man. It felt like not only old school Rob Zombie, but some elements of White Zombie in this bitch too, dude. And I fucking love this goddamn song, bro. I had to go back. I listened to this album 4 times, as we mentioned, and this song in particular, I probably went back on its own, maybe 4 or 5 times, to take every element in from the song and kind of like piece it together. And dude, I cannot fault this song. This song is fucking flawless, dude. It's a perfect fucking opener.
Yeah, man, I cannot agree with you anymore. It's a catchy chorus, of course, because Zombie loves his catchy choruses, and this one did not disappoint. Um, I was not expecting a political theme song from Zombie.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
was not.
yeah, that was a change of pace for him. And to be honest with you, dude, I don't fucking blame him, man, because God knows when he wrote the lyrics for this song, of what was going through his mind and what was going on in the world at the time. Because his last album before this was 2001, 2021, and we were in the thick of shit, if we can all
Hmm.
remember back then. So who knows when these lyrics were coming together? But whether it was past, present, or future, man, it fucking he's not wrong. You know what I mean? He's not wrong at all. And nice for him to mix it up a bit with a little bit of like the political leaning lyrics to it, but still have the fucking horror zombie element to it as well. Fucking bravo, dude, bravo.
Yeah, man. He definitely. I was like 84, 1984. Orwell. Oh shit. All right. Interesting. By Zombie. Definitely different. I dug it a lot.
Yep.
Moving on, track number 2, we have a Tarantula coming in at 3 minutes and 2 seconds. What's your thoughts?
Okay, so when this song first came on, the very first time I heard the album, I was kind of indifferent on it. I was like, it's good, but do I like it? Went back and listened to the album the second, third, and fourth time, and I was like, it grew on me. And then I went and listened to it on standalone, and the song is fucking great, dude. The song is fucking great. It continues the heaviness of the album. And how about the drums, dude? How about Rob Zombie having double kick in a fucking song? And the double kick is all over this record, by the way. But dude,
Mm-hmm.
bravo, Ginger Fish, man, because you fucking brought a different element with Blasco and with fucking Riggs coming back and having that old school zombie feel with a little bit of a refresh with the double kick drums. Dude, like, goddamn, bro, like, excellent, fucking excellent.
Yeah, man. Just like you, this is the theme of the album, like I just mentioned. First time, was not a fan. I did not like the song at all. Second time, I could see where it was going, and then the third time, I was like, okay, this is not a bad song.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought the vocals sound good too, and yeah, overall, it was a pretty cool song.
Yep, I agree, dude. It was a good choice. Put it as track number 2 as well, and it continues the fucking album rolling, man.
Moving on, track number 3. This is one of their singles. I'm a rock and roller. Coming in at 3 minutes and 32 seconds. Nick, what you think about this one?
So this one, just like Tarantula, I was kind of indifferent on when I first heard it, especially when it was a standalone single. When it was, I think it was the last single besides FTW that just came out. But I was like, it's like okay, he's got the elements, but it sounded again like some of the newer zombie albums that I was not a fan of whatsoever. But then as I continue listening to the album more and more, and then hearing the song more and more, and then especially going and watching the music video for this song, dude, I put it in my fucking veins, dude. I'm hooked in, dude. Put that shit in me, bro. Fucking, I'm a rock and roller, dude. Anytime that Riggs comes in with that fucking heavy chug, 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 and then you got that deep zombie vocal, it's fucking gold, bro. It is so fucking good, man. The lyrics to this song are fucking great too, dude. And without watching the video, if you were to go and listen to the lyrics and he says, I'm an alligator, I'm a
Mm-hmm.
fucking, whatever, it's like, what the fuck is he talking about? But then you go and watch the video, you're like, it makes fucking sense. It fucking makes sense. I'm all over this fucking song, dude. The riff, the fucking chugginess of it, dude. The old school white zombie feel as well. I'm all over it, dude.
Yeah, man. I was with you. I was like, this kind of sounds like what we've been hearing from fucking Zombie, and I'm trying to find the name of the song from the past, but I was like, I think it's called Dead City Radio or something like that, and I was like, man, I hope this isn't another fucking one of that song. I was like, because the whole fucking album was trash, but this one grew on me too, and I think it grew on me because of the tambourine and the kick drum.
Mm-hmm.
They brought that back. That was
Yep.
classic Zombie, and I was like, this sounds familiar as fuck, and I
Yep.
loved it. It was like, okay, now this song is starting to grow on me, and just like you said, when I saw the fucking video, I was like, okay, now this song is a banger.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yep, the
same.
video, just like back in the day, man. Like when music videos were the thing, you had to watch MTV, you had to watch VH1 to see the music videos, dude. It's like they brought the song a whole new different feel and vibe to it. And Zombie's notorious for that, dude. With his, especially his older videos, even with White Zombie, dude.
Hmm.
It brought a lot of sense to a nonsensical song, And this one is just, a matter of fact as well. It's you listen to the lyrics and you're like, well, what the fuck does he mean? I'm an alligator, you know what I mean? But then fucking, when he's talking about, oh, I'm a motherfucker, with the fucking Riggs, dude,
Hmm.
it's like, oh my god, bro, it's old school and I'm here for it, man.
Yep. Moving on, we got track number 4. This one is called Heathen Days. This is a shorter song, 2 minutes and 17 seconds. What's your thoughts on this one?
Yep, dude, I'm all over this one as well, man. When this song was first released as a single, you had Punks and Demons first, and then this one was the second one. I was immediately hooked. As soon as I heard this song as a standalone single, I was like, oh my god, bro, thank you, fucking Riggs, thank you, Blasco. Hopefully, Zombie talked some sense into himself if they didn't do it for him, dude, because this is what we needed from Rob Zombie for the longest fucking time, and it only took fucking Riggs and Blasco to come back to give us this, and I'm here for it, man. It is so fucking fun, dude. This song is so fucking fun. It's heavy as shit. It has an old school vibe to it as well. And I think it's a perfect length of a song too to just fucking get your heart pumping and set the tone right, dude. And I would love to fucking hear this song live, man.
Yeah, man, it's short and to the point. Very industrial, which I
Yep.
fucking love. We are now finished with the psychedelic fucking rock that Zombie has given us for the past 20 fucking years, and we
Yep.
are back to the aggressive sounding bass and aggressive sounding riffs
Yep.
and the more industrialized Zombie that we all loved from the beginning, and we are
Yep.
back with this song.
Dude, I gotta say too, hats off to Riggs on the riffs on this song too, because I love how when you get in towards the chorus of the song, I was like, "Da, da, 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 da," and then you got that little back guitar. "Dun, dun, 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 dun." It's
Mm-hmm.
so catchy, dude, but so fucking good, bro. Like,
Yep.
love it.
Moving on, we have a what is this? The prelude and interlude, whatever you want to call it. It's just a 30 seconds track called "Who I Am," which we're not gonna be talking about. If you want to, we can. But
I mean, it's the same thing as Zombie's first record, Hellbilly Deluxe. You had like those little fillers in between to set up something else, and I'm
mm-hmm.
not against it because that's what Zombie's known for. He even did it back in
Yep.
White Zombie days,
Yep.
and it sets the tone for the theme of the album, especially back in Hellbilly days. And I think he did a good job of it on this record too, with these little throw-in fillers. I think was a good setup or continuation of what just came before it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it sets up the pretty much the next part of the album, which is track number 6 is a Black Rat Coffin coming in at 3 minutes and 4 seconds. What's your thoughts on this one?
This one and a couple other songs that we're going to get into in this record, I really was against when I first heard it. I was like, oh my God, here we go again, dude. But as the song progressed and hearing it multiple times, just like everything else, the song grew on me, dude. And it's got the fucking, the heaviness, that we've experienced so far and some of the other songs in a different way. You know what I mean? But it blends an old school vibe with kind of like what Zombie had been doing the last 20 years on some of his records, but did it in a different way with a little bit of sprinkle of Blasco and Riggs. And I think it worked out just fine. I think it's just enough of what we've been getting from Zombie with enough of different, past maybe sprinkled into it that it worked, I think, just fine. Anything more or less could have been a little funky for me, but after multiple listens to the song, I'm a fan of it as well.
Yeah, man, this took me 3 tries to get underneath it, and I'm still a little bit on the fence, but I'm coming around to it more and more. It does feel like an old school sound to it, like you said, it's catchy, and I can even see a little Sinister Urge in this
Yes.
song too. It has a very catchy vibe, just like that album did. It's it's like I don't know, it feels different from the rest of the album. So I think the little 30-second track that they had really broke up this song from the rest of the album, which I'm glad that he made that 30-second track before this song, because if he didn't, it would have been a weird like
Yep.
part of the album. But yeah, it's
Yep.
not a bad song.
It's almost like it's a tale of two halves of this album. The first half is banger after banger after banger, and the second half is kind of like hit or miss, hit or miss, hit or miss. But after multiple listens, you kind of wrap your mind about where he's coming from and where this album is going, and I'm good with that. But it's funny that you say Sinister Urge, man, because this is the first time since Sinister Urge, minus Tempesta, that we've got to core three of Zombie, Blasco, and Riggs. So it's interesting that you say that.
Yeah, absolutely. I could not help but think that this track could have been on that album back in what 2001 that came out.
Yep,
Yep,
sure did.
it's crazy. Moving on, we have track number 7, which is no short from a title from Zombie, but this is called Sir Lord Acid Wolfman, coming in at 3 minutes and 45 seconds. What do you think about this one?
Dude, I gotta say that it's it's an okay song. This some of the other ones, multiple listens, I kind of got behind. This one, I do get behind, but not as strongly as some of the other ones. There's just something to it that doesn't vibe or mesh well with some of the other ones that we've heard so far. And that goes to say for another song coming up later on in the album that I'm gonna practically shit all over. But this one I think is the weakest one so far that we've heard overall. It's okay, but compared to what we had been listening to, it doesn't
Yeah.
hold a candle.
So we're pretty much toe to toe on our thoughts and opinions on these songs so far, Nick. I could not have said it better. I can't get behind it. I'm not sure if I like it. Sir Lord Acid Wolfman, I don't think I'll be going back and listening to it anytime soon, honestly.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think this is a track on this record that I would probably skip in the future, but for research purposes of doing it for this episode, I did listen to it at least 4 times. So I did listen to the album 4 times, and each time it got a little bit better, but not enough to put it over the hump for me to be like, okay, I can stand behind it like I do some of the other songs.
Yeah, man. I first listened to this album on the way to work Friday when it came out, and I made it to this song before I had to clock in, and I was like, "Fuck, shit." I have to go back and listen to the rest, and I was like, I don't even know if I fucking want to now. But yeah,
Yep.
it's definitely a missed song on the record so far.
Yep. So far.
So far. And then, of course, moving on to track number 8. This was their first single that they put out back in October of last year. Of course, this one is Punks and Demons. Talked about it on our previous episodes, but we'll talk about it again. What's your thoughts on this single, Nick?
Love it, man. I loved it when it first came out. I still love it now, dude. It set the tone. I think when it was announced Riggs and Blasco were coming back, I was so excited, dude. I'm like, please, for the love of Christ, give us something, anything close to fucking Hellbilly, please, man, please. And when this song first came out, I'm like, holy shit, maybe there is a God. You know what I mean? And it still holds up. When it first came out in October to on this record with the rest of the songs I play on the album, fucking Punks and Demons, dude, it's so fucking good. It has a heavy punk vibe, heavy punk influence in the song, but it's still a heavy metal song, dude. I really enjoyed this fucking song as well, man. I really do.
Yeah, man, I think this was a great first single for them to put out.
Yep,
It really showcased the return of the original lineup.
yep. And speaking of industrial, this sounds industrial as fuck.
Yeah, there's a couple songs on this album that really showcase the industrial side of Zombie, and this is definitely one of those songs. And I don't think they could have picked a better first single to put out besides this song.
Agreed, dude. Agreed. I think they did a really good job with fucking Punks and Demons and then followed by Heathen Days. I think it was really fucking flawless work on Zombie's part to choose these as his fucking singles, one and
Yeah,
two.
man, it showed a way more aggressive side of Zombie than we've been hearing for the past 20 years, Nick.
Yep, yep. I know it's been a long
20
time, dude.
years. That's crazy.
Listen. Too. I was on the fence, believe it or not, when Sinister Urge first came out. I was like, ah, man, I don't know, dude. This is not the same as Hellbilly, and I was all over Hellbilly, and I was all over White Zombie when White Zombie was a thing. And then Sinister Urge came out, and I was like, I don't know if I can get into this, but like as time grew on, I'm like, I really enjoyed this fucking album. And then when Educated Horses came out, I was like, what the fuck is this, dude? I bought that album day one, bro. Day one, and immediately I threw it in the garbage. I'm like, this is fucking crap, dude. This is complete shit. And I don't know if it was a combination of something that Zombie was going through, you know, personally when musically changing. Hollywood's kind of like fucked him over a little bit with like House of a Thousand Corpses. Now he's got like this the shit to him. But as you said earlier, he went like that psychedelic rock route, and I think John Five really influenced that with him too, because that's a lot of his style of play too, more experimental in ways. And it carried over for so fucking long, dude. And it's like, come on, man, enough already. You were so good in White Zombie. You started off so great as fucking Hellbilly Deluxe on your first solo record. Then you give us Educated Horses, and then for the next 20 years you give us shit upon shit. Don't get me wrong. Most of these albums had one or two songs on them that were good. Not great, but good. It's been a long time since Sinister Urge that we've had a full length album worth of shit, and thank God we got it with this, dude.
I agree with everything you just said, except for one. I actually don't mind Educated Horses. If it was it's kind of like Metallica's Load. You go back and kind of learn to appreciate it. And as a full album from track to track, is it great? No, it's not. But I think there was a good handful of songs on the album that I enjoy. And that was the last album that I enjoyed from Zombie, and that's telling. That's 20 fucking years ago. So
Yep. I
that's
was
yeah.
I was so vehemently against fucking Educated Horses, dude. I remember we were living in Phoenix, the wife and I. Album came out. I was working at Walmart, I think, at the time. Went and bought the motherfucker. Couldn't wait to get home. Threw that bitch in the CD player. Yes, there were CD players back then. And I remember the first couple of tracks. I'm like, what the fuck? Don't get me wrong. There's a song or two on there that are good, but an album as a whole. And then I'm sorry, dude. Like, don't you wanna ride it?
Mm-hmm.
Educate. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. What the fuck is this, bro?
Yeah, Foxy Foxy was not a good song at all,
Yeah,
dude.
dude. Garbage. And it's a stupid fucking video, too.
It is. Anyways, moving on to
Back to the good album.
yeah, let's move on here. Let's go to punks. Let's go to track number 9. After Punks and Demons, this is called The Devil Man, coming in at 3 minutes and 26 seconds. What's your thoughts on this one?
Can I just say that Zombie has been doing music for like what 30 some odd years, and we've heard him say Devil Man how many fucking times and how many different songs, and we finally have a song called Devil Man. Kudos, Mr. Zombie, for fucking taking so long to create a fucking song called The Devil Man. This song does not disappoint, dude. It's got a really good fucking vibe to it, man. It's got that old school White Zombie written the fuck all over it. It has a great pace to it. It's a nice palate cleanse too from the heaviness and the aggressiveness of this album so far, but still keeping that zombie horror tone, man, that we experience a lot on fucking Hellbilly Deluxe. You know what I mean? Demonoid Phenomenon, a fucking banger of a fucking track. But then you go to Spook Show Baby, you know what I mean? And it kind of mixes it up a little bit. You know, the Ballad of Resurrection of Joe and Rosa Horror, you know, mixes it up a bit. This song fits right in that fucking category too, dude. I was very pleased by this song.
Yeah, man. Another catchy chorus, and it's funny that you said old school because in my notes I put simple and old school sounding riffs, and it works.
Yep.
It works.
Yep.
I was pleasantly surprised when the song came up because I was like, man, if it's another Sir Lord Acid Wolfman,
Yeah.
it's gonna suck. But I think I like how simple that the titles are on this album because his previous like 4 or 5 albums, man, the titles are just ridiculous.
Yep.
And finally, just like you said, we have a title called The Devil Man, which he's spoken about over and over in his songs. And it's so simple, and the song is so simple. It's a simple song, but
Yep.
it fucking works. It works
Yep.
so well, bro.
It does, dude. And talking about fucking lyrics, man, the lyrics in this song too are classic fucking Zombie as well. Can't say enough good things about this song, dude. I agree with you when you said that. Holy shit, bro! Fucking, what is it like? Venomous Rat Generation Vendor or whatever the fuck, dude. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? I don't know if Zombie is on drugs and has been on drugs, or if he's never been on drugs, he just has this imagination. But like talking about Sir Lord Acid Wolfman, if he's on acid, bro, like the last 20 years, put that shit down, dude, because whatever it is that you take it now, continue to fucking take, please, dude.
I think it's a mixture of a certain attitude that he now has, and it's a mixture of kind of probably looking at what the fans actually want because he's like, I'm pretty fucking like track number 1, fuck the world. I'm kind of like fed up with like shit right now. And then he brought back fucking Riggs and fucking Blasco, and he's like, let's make a heavy metal record again, not a psychedelic rock record.
Yep.
Let's make a heavy metal record again, and it showed, bro. It did.
I think from top to bottom as well, the Great Satan, this new Zombie album, I think is probably the most metal album he's ever done. If you look at White Zombie were like alternative metal ish with like some psychedelic fucking influence in that as well. But I think Zombie's first album, Hellbilly Deluxe, was more industrial, and fucking Sinister Urge was kind of a mix of all over the place. This album, I think, is full on like straight pure heavy metal, dude. Like it's heavy fucking album, dude. With the riffs to the fucking aggressive vocals to the fucking double kick drums, dude. I think Zombie pulled all stops out on this record, and he said, you know what, fuck it. And the scary part too, that we almost lost Zombie that much more, is the last album that he put out, that Kool-Aid Apocalypse, whatever the hell shit it was in 2000 or 2021, went to number one on the Billboard charts, and that was his first ever number one album on the charts. That's like scary to fucking think about, right? And so he takes that success that he enjoyed in 2021 and he completely threw it out the fucking window with this album in a positive way. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, think whatever that needs to be think because I don't think I think this album's gonna do really really well as time kind of goes on because I don't think people are gonna really appreciate the way that this zombie sounds anymore because it's a brand new generation, bro. The generation that grew up in his '98 album is not the same generation that's gonna follow him to 2026,
And
right?
and I will say too that he's lost a lot of people like myself and you over the course of a 20-year span with these last few albums that he's put out that were like, fuck it. I've given
Mm-hmm.
up on him. I've given him some chances. I'm not going to do it. And now he's going to start to get some of that old heads of us
Mm-hmm.
back. And I will say this. The tour that's happening this summer with him and Manson is not coming to fucking my neck of the woods. Unfortunately, I'm actually shocked that it's not. But the closest one to me is in Utah, and I might just take a trip out to Utah to see this tour because I haven't been this excited of Rob Zombie since 2001, dude. I have not been this excited. Like this album, truthfully, got me excited to call myself a Rob Zombie fan again, dude.
Yeah, it's different. It's a
Clip it
lot
and
different.
ship it. I fucking said it.
It's
I'm a Rob
been
Zombie fan.
it's been 20 years and we finally got Zombie back. But let's move on, man. We got a couple more songs. Track number 10. This one's called Out of Sight. 2 minutes and 47 seconds. What's your thoughts on this one?
It's okay. It's okay. It. How can I explain this one, dude? It's okay. It's okay. Like I don't know what else I'm supposed to say with this, dude. Like, like shit. Are we here again? Like fuck. But what's your take?
I'm laughing so hard, Nick, because in my notes is exactly the way that you're expressing yourself right now. I put not a whole lot to this song, and there's nothing memorable to this song. So, like,
No.
you're trying to find the words to describe this song. There are no words to describe this song because it's not memorable, Nick, at all.
Yep. In my notes, I literally put that it's okay, and it reminds me of the other albums, and that's not a good thing.
No, it's not. It's not. And yeah, it's a letdown of a song, especially
Yep.
after The Devil Man. Moving on, track number 11, we have Revolution Motherfuckers coming in at 2 minutes and 33 seconds.
I don't care for this song. I don't care for this song at all. This, you want to talk about shit that zombies put out in 20 years? This falls right in line with it, dude. Again, we go back to that psychedelic kind of shit. We go back to the same fucking weird ass, non-horror, non-zombie s lyrics. You know what I mean? Talking about, we want to get wasted and shit. It's like, bro, like this song is like for a fucking 16-year-old kid out there. You know what I mean? Is like trying to skateboard around and great. I'm all for it, but it's just not for me, dude. As I said, when we got into fucking, what was it, Black Rat Coffin and all that shit, I said, like, it took me a while to get into the song. These last two ones, I cannot get into, bro. It's just not good.
Nope. I put down not a fan. There's nothing to this song whatsoever.
Nope.
Not a damn thing to the song, dude.
He could have left this one off.
He should have left this one off.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. And I wouldn't be surprised, but I hope it's not. I think this might be a single coming out later on in this album's lifespan. I can see it.
I hope not. Hope you're
Me
wrong.
too. Me too.
Moving on, track number 12. Welcome to the Electric Age. This is another 50-second little tidbit. Anything you want to add to this one?
No, just in the same vein as Hellbilly, you got to throw in those little tidbits of something in there to fucking set up the next shit.
Then we have track number 13. This was called The Black Scorpion, coming in at 1 minute and 33 seconds. What's your thought on this quick song?
Was not expecting this swift fucking punch to the fucking testicles, dude. I enjoyed the fuck out of this one, bro. From start to fucking finish, it's a perfect fucking 1 minute and whatever second song, dude. Like, I fucking loved it, dude. It was so heavy and so different that I was like, am I still listening to Rob Zombie? And that's not a bad thing for once. Like, this is a good thing, man. Again, it showed a different side to Rob Zombie's, musical style that we're all sort of used to, like, one way or another when it comes to the way he performs his shit, whether it's in White or Rob. This one was a completely different fucking slap in the face, man. Loved it, bro. Loved it.
I'm so glad you liked it as much as I did. I really, really am. This is definitely a contender for my favorite song on the entire album. And
Mine
it's
too.
funny, it's only a minute and 33 seconds, and it blew my fucking mind for a
Yep.
minute and 33 seconds, man.
Yep.
It's a quick song, fast. Dude, this song is a heavy metal punk song.
Yep.
I don't know how you can create a heavy metal punk song the way that they did. I don't, and it fits. It's like a White Zombie meets Ministry meets a punk band from the middle of nowhere. It's a completely different fucking song from Zombie has ever put out
Yep.
ever, dude.
Yep.
And it fucking worked so good. And I want more of that. The fucking next album better be this song times 10.
Yep. I
I
agree
would
with you.
I would actually buy that album if it sounded just like this fucking song, bro.
Yep, I agree with you, dude. And it's funny how you say like punk and metal mix, because it's almost like if Slayer fucked Misfits, we had this song. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And Slayer had a lot of punk. If you can listen to old school Slayer, a lot of punk, riffs were thrown in there, just done Slayer wise. But it was almost like Slayer, fucked Misfits, and out came this baby called the Black Scorpion, dude. I fucking
Yep.
loved it.
Yeah, man. I have nothing bad to say about the song. The only thing I wish maybe 30 seconds longer, but I don't think they even need the 30 seconds because it ruled ass, bro.
I agree.
Moving on. This is the last complete song on the album. This is track number 14. This one's called "Unclean Animals," coming in at 3 minutes and 33 seconds. What's your thoughts?
Love it. I absolutely love this fucking song, dude. I want to challenge everybody out there, all you out there watching us right here on fucking YouTube. By the way, you can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Instagram, you can find us on X. Please like, share, follow, subscribe, comment, send it off, dude. Let everybody know where you can get your fucking heavy metal news and reviews here. I want to challenge everybody out there, and I want to challenge you, Willie, in case you haven't already. Go and listen to this song, then go back to White Zombie and listen to Blood, Milk, and Sky. This song gave me Blood, Milk, and Sky vibes right from the get go, dude. It had that fucking the opening weirdness to it, and to that calm, soothing, fucking weird shit that Zombie does, but he does it so well. It took me back, man, as if I was listening to those fucking albums all over again, dude, from 1995, bro. It took me that far back, and it kind of reminded me too of a Ballad of Joe and Rosa Hoare on fucking Hellbilly Deluxe, how you have that different vibe to the rest of the album, dude, but it just fucking works, bro. And I really enjoyed this song because of that, because it was so different yet so good, with that chuggy fucking simple fucking riff that Riggs is doing, and is continuous throughout the song, but it's the way the fucking song is compressed and put together with Zombie's vocals just fucking floating over it, dude, with like his softer tone that he does and only he can do. It just works, man, and I think it only can work with those three, dude. If they had Tempesta back, great, but I think especially with Riggs, Blasco, and Zombie, a song like this can only work with them, to be honest with you.
Very, very interesting. I might have to take your approach and go back and listen to all those songs put together because I'm actually not a fan of this song. This one was definitely one that grew on me over the course of the 3 times that I listened to it. I'm gonna have to listen to it more and more for the song to kind of grow on me more. But it was just an okay song for me. It was nothing special, and I might have to take your approach and go back and listen to some old White Zombie once again, and kind of compare and contrast this song to kind of get the full appreciation of it that you have. But for me, as we are recording this, it was a bit of a weak closing track for me.
I can see where you're coming from, and I can also challenge you to this. You had fucking Hellbilly Deluxe, right? The first song was Out of the Darkness, Shadow of the God, right? And then you had right into Super Beast, right? So that was technically the first opening song of the record. You had the closer of Hellbilly Deluxe. What was the closer of Hellbilly Deluxe, Willie? Do you remember?
Was it Demon Alpha Phenomenon?
Nope, it was
No, it
Phantom
wasn't.
Stranger. Return of the Phantom
That's
Stranger.
right.
So
That's right.
it's almost the same vibe. You're coming off hot with
Oh,
FTW
okay.
84, and then you end it with a softer song like Phantom Stranger, but now you've got this fucking song here. Um, I think it works so well, and it's classic zombie, dude. It's like he's got like as I said a bit ago, only he can do it to where he can mix in that softer zombie vocal with the still heaviness of the riffs, but it's like it's almost like it's making you move, you know? Like think of it like a fucking road, you know? You got the dips, you go up, you go down, but you're going like slow, right? Like you're not going fast as fuck, you know? You're just going like fucking slow, right? And that's how this song takes you, dude. It's just like boom, 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 boom. You know what I mean? But it's just only Zombie can do it, dude. I swear to God, only he can do something like that. And to me, it's
Interesting.
flawless.
Yeah, I did not even picture that that structure that he had. But yeah, I definitely would go back and listen to this track over and over. It's not a bad track, as it's not, but it just wasn't. It didn't live up to the hype that that rest of the album did.
Mm-hmm.
But it's only 3 days in. You know,
Right.
there's going to be a lot more listens and a lot more opinions on this album. But
Yes.
the last track, track number 15, is a minute instrumental to close out the track. So it's called Grave Discontent. Any thoughts on this one?
Just classic Zombie, man. You know, we've taken on this roller coaster ride on this album, and now we're gonna finish it off with this little bit of a fucking filler. And I think it's just it's a good nod to old school Zombie.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, we went track by track, all 15 of them on the new album. Is there any song that stood out to you that you would deem your favorite on this track?
This is a tough one, dude, because I could go and I could look at any of the fucking singles that were released, right? I could look at Punks and Demons, Heathen Days, Rock and Roller, and FTW 84. And then I can also take the other side of this and I could say Devil Man is up there. Really fucking good song. I can even throw on fucking Black Scorpion on that bitch. I can even throw on Clean Animals on that one as well. Um, I don't know, dude. This is so tough for me. I don't think I've ever had an album where it was so tough for me to choose a favorite song on the album. To be honest with you, this one was really difficult. I gotta say, probably for for our conversation here, and this is probably going to change, but I think right now I am going to pick "Heathen Days" as my favorite single. And I was so close, so tempted to pick Devilman. I really was. But then I got to talking about Unclean Animals, and I'm like, do I like it better than Unclean Animals? I don't know if I do. So for right now, it's going to change. I'm sure it's going to change. But for right now, I'm going to say Heathen Days.
Interesting, interesting. I'm not mad at it, man. Yeah, that was what their second single that they put out,
Yep.
and yeah, you can't go wrong with that fucking song, man. That was a close one for me too. I think I've, as of this conversation, just like you said, I'm about to pick "Fuck the World" '84 as my
Hmm.
favorite. It just opens the album so perfectly, and
Yep.
I think that song is going to be a timeless song from years to come. So I
Yep.
think it would be a good favorite as of now for me.
I can, you know how like when a band that you love that's been around for so long puts out a new record and you go and see them live in concert, like fuck, just hurry and get the song over with. You know,
Hmm.
like very rarely do you have a song or multiple songs on an album that you want to see live. You know, when it comes to these older bands with all these great hits, I would not be mad if I went and saw Zombie live and he played these four singles that he's released from this album. I would not be disappointed if he played any one of these four, if all four at a show.
I would not be mad, man. If he plays them back to back too, I'll be like, that was a great show.
Yep. Imagine opening up the show with FTW 84, bro. And
Hmm.
then halfway through the show you got Demonoid Phenomenon. And
Hmm.
then towards the end of it you fucking, Heathen Days or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Just to fucking end the fucking show. Like what the fuck, bro?
I have a perfect episode for us, Nick.
Uh-oh.
We
Building the
have
Rob Zombie set list.
we have to build our perfect Rob Zombie set list now.
I am here for it, dude.
We
That's
have a
gonna be
brand
hard.
we have a brand new record now, right?
Yes.
And we all love these classic zombie songs, and I think it's time that we build our perfect Rob Zombie set list.
I'm here for it, dude. I am so here for it. Listen, let me tell you, I'm gonna give you my take on this album and why I'm so excited, okay? I fucking lived White and Rob Zombie from like fucking 95 to fucking 2001, bro. I was the biggest goddamn fan, dude. I dissected everything this man did. I watched every fucking thing that he did, bro. Movies, music videos, it didn't fucking matter, dude. I went and I found the rarities, the B-sides, everything, right? I was the biggest. If I had fucking hair like Zombie, I would have fucking, dreadlocked it like him, dude. I wanted to look like Rob Zombie so fucking bad. From like the 97 era to about the 2000-ish, 2001, early 2001, I wanted to look like Rob Zombie. I was a huge fan of Zombie. As I said at the beginning of this episode, Hellbilly Deluxe was my audio fucking Bible. I have not been excited for Rob Zombie in 20 years. I mentioned earlier, I threw Educated Horses in the fucking trash where it belongs. This album, this album, man, I had to text you. When I heard this album on Friday, I'm like, fuck, we got to cover this shit. Because I was so fucking excited, bro. When I heard the first singles put out, I'm like, this is going to be a good record. This turned out to be a great record. This turned out to be the Rob Zombie that we've missed in 20 fucking years, dude. Thank you, Riggs. Thank you, Blasco. Thank you, Gingerfish. Thank you, Rob Zombie, because you brought me back to being a Rob Zombie fan. And I hope to God I can see this fucking tour because I want to see the mixture of these new songs mixed in with the Hellbilly Deluxe with that huge fucking stage show that I hope that he fucking brings, which takes me back to Rock and Roller or I Am a Rock and Roller from this album. The video is nothing but fucking live shots, dude, of fucking Zombie in that stage show. I'm fucking excited for it. I'm here. I got goosebumps talking about Zombie again. I haven't had it in so long, bro. Rob Zombie is back, and I'm fucking happy to say that, dude. I am so proud. So proud.
Absolutely, man. Could not have said it better, man. It's definitely a refreshing 2026 so far, man. There's a lot of banger albums that have come out yet, and we are just getting started of this year, and this album did not disappoint for our February album. But worst song on the track, bro. You gotta pick one.
Ooh. I gotta say, I think Revolution Motherfuckers is the worst shit on this album, even worse than Lord Acid Wolfman. Even worse than Out of Sight. I gotta go with Revolution Motherfuckers. It
I
pisses
will
me off.
100% agree that it is such a garbage fucking track. So I'm expecting that to be your opening track when you build your perfect Rob Zombie set list, bro.
I was actually thinking it might be my encore, bro, just to send the crowd home pissed.
Mm.
You know, you want to send the crowd home happy, but fuck it, tonight we're sending them home pissed.
pissed, pissed drunk. Um,
Yes, yes, absolutely.
but yeah, man, we fucking did it. We went track by track. We talked about every single new song that Rob Zombie just put out 3 days ago. Overall thoughts and opinions, if you have not said it already.
Last thing I want to say is, to me personally, again, I was a zombie freak. You know this. I was a zombie fucking freak. This album should have been where Educated Horses is. Educated Horses should have been thrown off the map. This album should have been right there. And I say this because of this. Hellbilly Deluxe #1, Sinister Urge #2, just because they were 1 and 2. This should have been the third album. This is the finality to the trilogy. This is it. This is it. This is a if we never get another Rob Zombie album like this, or another Rob Zombie album with fucking Riggs, Blasco, and Zombie, this is the unholy trinity. This is the final piece that we needed. Just like he closed off fucking House of Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects with the Three from Hell. This is the perfect fucking closer to this fucking episode and to this fucking madness that Rob Zombie has created in his own world. This is like the unholy trinity. Hellbilly, Sinister, Great Satan, done. Book closed.
I like it. I like it. That's a very good observation, man. I think this album is a much more mature Zombie than we have ever heard.
Yep.
This album, he grew up, and I think it needed to take the time that it did to produce this album as well as it was made, because I was pretty shocked how well this album did after 20 years of trash. And yeah, I think you can pretty much delete the past 20 years and, just like you said, put this as album number 3 and call it a fucking day.
Yeah. You know, like how you said earlier about Metallica's Load, you know, if it didn't have Metallica's name on it, it would be a great record, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if the same could be said for Educated Horses because I hate it that much, but I will say that fucking, if you were to throw out Load and Reload, and maybe even the Black Album, and you went from fucking, and even Saint Anger, because that album was trash, but you go from fucking Injustice for All to fucking Death Magnetic, right? It's like, okay, they're back. Mm-hmm. If you were to take a Hellbilly Deluxe, Sinister Urge, The Great Satan, and throw everything else out, then Rob Zombie's finally back after 20 years. Yep. That's fucking insane to think about. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. What band has gone away and done trash? And I say this out of love, man, because I love fucking Rob Zombie. I respect him. I respect him as a musician. I respect him as a filmmaker. I respect everything this man has done. And this is coming from, like, passionately from me, right? Like, I'm not trying to be an asshole. I'm just passionate. You take that whole 20 years of just whatever the fuck that was, a long fucking time, dude, to bring a lot of people back, man. A lot of people are going to come back to this album, I have a feeling. And these places where that Rob Zombie is going to play are going to be sold out with people fucking my age, early 40s, and even older, that are fucking here and ready for fucking Rob Zombie to be back on the fucking map and make a statement that I am here. Dude is 61 years old. 60 fucking one. And he's got this energy like he brought in Great Satan. I'm here for it, brother.
I mean, track number one, dude. Fuck the world. He's 61. Like he's done with the fucking bullshit. He's probably done with making. I don't know if it was his idea or like just pressure from the studios or whatever to make the trash that he's been making over the past 20 years. And I wonder if it was his idea also to bring back Riggs and Blasco, because that's what he needed all along. He should have did that
Yes.
20 years ago.
Yep. Yep. He
Yep.
should have done it, dude. It's like, when Piggy D was his bassist for the last some odd years, right? And John Five was his guitarist. They both came from Marilyn Manson. So did Ginger
Mm-hmm.
Fish, who plays drums on this album and has since 2013, right? No disrespect to Manson, because Manson put out a lot of good stuff earlier on in his career. Again, the last 20 years, same thing with Zombie. It's been hit or miss with Manson, right? You take all these guys that played with Manson and played Manson's style. Then you try to bring him in and play Rob Zombie style. I think you got the mixture between Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, and then somewhere in between you had that psychedelic rock bullshit that everybody was kind of feeding off of each other with the last 20 years. And now you exit Piggy D, you bring back Blasco, you exit John Five, you bring back Riggs, and you have fucking Ginger Fish staying on drums, man. But now he's got people to play with, to play this fucking metal, bro, to play this fucking
Mm-hmm.
awesome zombie shit again. I think it was a recipe. Usually it's a recipe for disaster. This was a recipe for fucking greatness, dude. This album
Mm-hmm.
is gonna, this is contender for album of the year. Right there with Creator and Megadeth, this is up there with album of the year, dude. This is comeback album of the year too.
Yeah, I feel like this is the year for metal so far,
Yes. Yes.
where it just hit March 1st today, and we're only 2 months in, and we have gotten three banger albums. And I think Lamb of God just dropped an album. So like all these bands are dropping new albums left and right, bro. It's gonna be a lot to cover, but
There is.
it's gonna be a great year, I think.
And it's great to see that all these old bands, dude, are finding new blood and coming back. Yes, Megadeth is wrapping it up. This will be their last album, but it was a banger last album. Creator's been around just as long, dude, and they just put out a fucking rad ass fucking album, Crushers of the World. Zombie's been around forever too, 61 years old, and he puts out The Great Satan. Yes, dude, this is a fucking time to be a fucking metalhead, dude, and enjoy heavy metal all over again. And it's nice to see these old bands coming out with new shit, dude. It's like, who's to say Metallica might not have something on the fucking, precipice there, because now they just announced they're going to be playing here in Vegas at the Sphere later on this year. I guarantee you $2,000 fucking nosebleed tickets, but side issue. But who knows? Maybe Metallica might have something coming out later down the year, dude. But all these older metal bands, man, are starting to peek their head up again this year in 2026, dude. This might be the year that metal takes over once again, man. I want to see the fucking charts. I know nobody buys any albums anymore. I don't give a fuck. Go buy these albums and let's blow up the fucking charts, dude. Let's get rid of all the pop, all the rap, all that bullshit that's been dominating for the past 30 fucking years, bro. Let's put metal back on the fucking map, please.
Let's do it, man. I love the passion. I love the energy you're bringing to this episode. I can feel it. I can feel your warm blood boiling over here, bro.
I'm fucking sweating, dude. I'm sitting in a pool of sweat. My ass is sweaty.
All right, time to go. But I want to appreciate you all for checking out this episode. It's been a fun time, and I want to encourage you all to go to X, go to Instagram, follow us there, like and comment over there as well. Please subscribe here on YouTube for all the next future episodes. We have a lot cooking up over here on Riffs Reloaded. Of course, my name is Willie, and that was Nick. And until next time, I guess we'll catch you all later. Peace out.
Stay heavy.